Hello everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar today. My name is Frank, the manager consulting from CTSS. Today our subject is talking about the iVend query builder, what we can use the query builder in the iVend in different scenarios. And following we have a example the scenario how we can how query builder will help you in running the iVend retail. And for this session, it's talking about the SQL Server query, so it's derived for technical knowledge, especially on the database, the query. So it's have you to better understand how you can work with iVend Builder. Uh, in the webinar, there's a chat box. If you have any question, you can raise your hand or leave me the question. Immediately, I can have Whitley to answer you. If not, and then I need to discuss with my team and get back to you by email or other communication. The incident for today, we will go through the iVend database. Yeah, because we are talking about the iVend query builder, so we go through weekly about the database structure. In when you're writing the query, you need to know which table you need to select from, and yeah, it's about the database structure and the main table we frequency to access to select. And there are some scenarios that you need to check your data. Okay, in case the SQL server is sit down somewhere in the server, but you are working on the iVend management console, you need to write some script. You're not able to run the SQL server management studio, so you want to check the data. So you need to use the iVend query builder, and we have a Adhoc Reports. Like the management team, they want to weekly to generate sales report for some certain requirement, and you don't need very formal layouts, A4 receive or something different. We just get the raw data and export into the Excel. So the ad hoc reports here, you can weekly to make in query builder, then you can reuse it whenever you want, and you can change some parameter. And in the event, we have a alert. And the alerts, we go with the some of the standard alerts, but beside of the configuration of the alert, we can write the different logic to alert inside the iVend system. So we consider the query alert is we have you to generate, for example, the stock on hand below minimum level, so it should generate the alert to someone so they can have the decision to do the PO or to do the transfer. And the next one, we will see how we can do in the email campaign. Yep. To send the email campaign to the customer, you need to target your customer by female, by male, by age, by revenue, by customer group, by loyalty level. So it's different kind of targeting you can filter out by query builder. Just you use the query to list out the customer you want to send the email for email campaign. And the last one is to build the new dashboard. You need to get the data from the database, and the data source is from query builder. So the list of the scenarios here is the purpose how we can use iVend query builder. If any question, you just raise your hand or leave me the message. Okay, we go to the first one, iVend database. And this is few of the tables in the iVend database. This group of the table, for example, we have a configuration table, customer table. So it have a prefix with CFG, CUS, fulfillment table, FUL, inventory, loyalty, payment, pricing, promotion. So that's with the prefix. So let me go to the SQL server and open the iVend database, and we have a week looking on the table here. You can see it start with CF3 on the config tables, and it's go to the next one, customer tables. We have a customer, we have customer address, customer discount, and then inventory. So we have a prefix, so it's get you easy to get the table you want to query out. And then first, there's some few main table that is will frequency access. For example, we have a customer table, we have an inventory table, we have a POS table, store table. So if you open the Circle Server Management Studio, you can write the query like select arteries from customer. Okay, so you can see on the columns of the customer from here. The iVend table, we have for every single table, we have a key of the table. So the key here is running number is different with the ID. The ID is the one you can see on the UI, but the customer key is the one to make the relationship with another table. Okay. For example, another table is there's a tourist from INV product. Okay. So in this table, we have a product key. Okay. Another table is directories from INV product category. Okay. So here you can see that the product category ID. So on the table we have the key. So if you want to link with another table, you must to compare by key, not by ID. Okay. We have a database have file where to list all the tables there. So you can refer in the document store in our CKP, you can download the head file and you can see all the tables. So just very basic about the tables in iVend database. So we go to iVend Tutor. It's under management console and you're under reports and you see the query builder here. Okay, so you click here. The first screen is open query builder. Search is on the default queries is already there in the iVend, because this kind of query using for alerts, using for loyalty, using for dashboard. So to make sure that you don't modify or you understand which one is using for which purpose, you can modify it. For example, some of the dashboard you want to change the logic, so you can open the query here, you modify the query and you can change your logic. Okay, so to make the new query, so you click new and you start writing the ID and description. In the right side, you can list on the table of the iVend here, or you can write directly the query from here. Okay, for technical person, yes, you can easy to select in the Circle server, or you can write directly in the screen here. And you click execute, it shows you the data. Okay, so you can quickly to export to Excel for the data here. Okay, it's very simple how to use the query builder, but the main thing here is you need to write the query as you want. Okay, there are some frequency questions you will ask about the queries. So for example, can we run the update or delete query in the query builder? Yeah, of course, it's totally is not recommended and you are not able to execute any update or delete query script here. Can we add a new table in Circle server and select this table from iVend query builder? Yes, you can select. For example, I define new custom table directly under iVend database. For example, this table. This is the custom table. I can put some data here, some dummy data here, and in the query builder, I just select attributes from custom table. And you can issue your query. Okay. The next one, can we select the data from different iVend or different iVend database or another database? Yes, for example, I have another database here and this is one of the SAB database, so I can select the information from this database. So I can select in the management console query builder. I can execute the query. So it show me that this is the data, the result from another database, another table. Okay. Can we send some parameter into the script? Yes, you can select the from the table and you set the parameter. You don't need to define to declare the parameter. You just put add and the parameter name. For example, we put here. So I select asterisk from iNV product where the ID equal to one of the parameter. I click execute. Automatically the iVend generate the parameter view. So we can enter the parameter, the value of the parameter here. So click OK. So it will return execute the query with the parameter. Okay. Can we execute the function? Yes, in the SQL server, you can define the function. In the iVend, we also already have the function for the report purpose. For example, if you are working on the report, this one, the RPT sales transaction data is one of the function you can use for getting the sale data. Okay, so I can execute the query like select asterisk from the function name and this kind of the parameter for the function. Okay, so I can put it here. Let me cancel and create a new one. I put my script here, I click execute. So it will show me the result of the function. Okay. Can we execute the store procedure? Yeah, it seems not possible. Because in the store procedure you can execute any update or delete query inside. So we cannot validate the script inside the store procedure. So right now it's not possible. And about the parameter, we don't have a we can't specify the type of the parameter, but however you can convert the parameter. For example, you want to select the query that you have one of the parameter is the date type. So in my query, I put this script, I execute. So it show me the parameter for the date. So here I enter the date. For example, this is the date value. I click OK. It show me that it's an error to convert the string into the date. So I need to convert the parameter at the date. So I select the script. So I put here select after from transaction where the diff date for the date, and I convert cast the parameter date at date. I click execute. And then right now here I can fill the value of the date here. I click OK. So it's come with the result. Okay, that is very basic about the query builder. I try to explain some of the frequency questions you may have the DAF for the query builder. So the next one I go through the example. One of the example for the query builder is data checking, how we can query the data in the iVend by using query builder. So I have some scenarios here. For example, when we implement the iVend retail, we import the products, the item master, and some of them is maybe there's missing barcode. And it will be a problem if you scan the barcode but it's not able to reshow it from the iVend post. So before live, you make sure that there's no missing UBC code in the system. So I made one very simple query to list out that is the missing UBC code. So I already have one script in my query builder here. So I just sort it out by 1.1 missing UBC code. I click edit and this is my query. Okay, so I just simple to say that if the field UBC code from the table IMV product is blank, and then I show the list. So I just execute this query. It show me the list of the table. There's no UBC code. Okay, so you can export to the Excel. You can modify it. You can import it back to correct your data. Okay, and another one is duplicate barcode. Uh, in the iVend from the enterprise setting, we have an option to avoid the UBC code duplication, but by somehow maybe we already allow the barcode duplicate, we import the products, and then right now we need to filter out which one is duplicate and we correct it later. So this query will have you to list out the duplicate barcode. So I also already have my query here, 1.2 duplicate UBC. I could edit, and this is my query. Okay. So the logic of this query is I select UBC code from INV product where the UBC code is different blank, and I have a count of the UBC code greater than 1. This condition that means is showing the UBC code is duplicate more than 1, and I show the product information which one is duplicate. So I just execute this query, and then it show me this product and this product have the same UBC code. Okay. Another scenario is the database file size. Okay, for the store server, normally customer that will use the SQL Server Express, but the limitation of the Express is you have only 10 gig for the data size. So to make sure that your data is cleaned up before it reaches to 10 gig, so there's one query to have you to see to check the file of the size of the database. I call the function get db size. This is the custom function, so the function will be like this. So this one is return the size of the database. Okay, this one you can easy to get from the internet. You can search for how to get the database size. Okay, and you create the function in the iVend database, and in the management console, the query builder, you just made one query that the db size. So I just edit. So in here I call the function get db size. I execute. So it show me that the database demonstrate here. I have a log size, I have a the data size, so total is 600 MB, so it's quite small. So using this one, you can have a monitor of growth of database size, so you can have a decision to clean up the transaction before it reaches to 10 gig limitation. And the last example is you want to list out all the customer have a duplicate email. The similar way we do for the second one, duplicate barcode. And in my queries that I list out on the customer. Of course, you in the real scenario, you can put some more condition where the customer is active, is not on hold, and you put some more condition in where condition here. Okay, so I give this scenario because it's why helpful for you to run this one to check your duplicate email in your customer master. Okay, and this is my query already there, 1.4 duplicate email. I click edit and I click SQ. So it showed me the customer C003, 4, and 19. This is the same email that is the one I enter here. So 3 customers have the same email. So you can correct the information. Okay. So that is the first purpose of the query builder. You can do some data checking, you can do some validation. The next one is the ad hoc reports. Yeah, the same screen, the same query builder, you can write some script to generate the report. For example, sale report, inventory report, customer report. Okay, but you don't need the very nice layout in A4. You just list out the raw data. So here my sample, sales by gender. So you want to have the sale analysis by gender, how much total sales by male, by female. So I have a script that I call the function that rpt sales transaction data, because this is the function is used or in all of the iVend report. Okay, so I join with the table customer and I group by gender field. Okay, so I sum the column total amount. So it's easy to show me two columns, gender and the total amount. Okay, and this is 2.1 in my query builders example here, sale by gender. I click edit, so I have the same query. I just click execute to show you that okay, I have the ad hoc report sale by gender. So there's many customers they don't have a gender. Okay, there's few customer by female, this is total sale amount. By male, this is total sale amount. Okay, so it's easy to have you to generate very quick ad hoc sale report. And another one is customer birthday by month. Okay, this is why useful for customer department, customer service department. They need to list out the customer have a birthday in July or in August, so they can send the birthday message in advance, or even they can send the voucher, the coupon in the customer birthday month. So you can list on the customer where I have a month of birthday in 7 in July. So my query will be list out customer birthday by month. So I click edit and click execute. So I enter which month you want to list out on the customer have birthday in July. So I click OK. There's no customer birthday in July. Yeah. So let me fix in soon. Yeah. So let me open one customer. I update one of the customer, business partner customer. I click search. I added one customer. I go to birthday field, day of birth. I enter the birthday in July, for example, 1280. Click OK. Then we go back to the query, so I put in July SQ, so it show the list of the customer have a birthday in July. Okay, the next one is the alert. I have one scenario. One more is the sale list on the transaction have the total bill amount is greater than X amount. So it's similar that they put the condition that total amount is greater than one of the parameter. This one is also popular because you want to list out the transaction have a greater than 1,000. It's very expensive bill. You need to take care of this customer, or maybe the cashier input the wrong price, so you can filter out. So I go to the next one, alert. In the iVend, we can set up the alerts inside the application or by email. Okay, so it's under application setup, alert notification setup. So here you can define the new alert. So in here we have a price chain. It's one of example. When we define the alert, we choose a type. So we have a predefined type here: purchase order, stock transfer, price list chain, coupon, bonus buy, creation, good distribute issue. So this is the system alert. Okay, but if you want to have the custom one, you can choose the alert by query, and the logic is generated by query. Okay, so I have one of them is minimum stock deviation. So that means the stock on hand is down fall to below minimum level, so it should send the alert to the user manager on or the warehouse keeper or purchase department. Okay, so this is my query how to get the stock on hand and the minimum stock level. So I get the data from the table INV inventory item, and I join with the table product, I join with table warehouse, and I put the condition that in stock less than minimum stock level. Okay, and I saw the warehouse ID, the warehouse name, product ID, product name, minimum stock, and the stock on hand. So is it the same in my query builder? Minimum stock, I could edit, and then I can execute this one. We show me the list of the product at the warehouse which have a in stock less than minimum stock. So you see this 550 list and minimum stock we need 1000. This is -1 means stock 0 because we allow negative sales, so the stock on hand will become negative. So we go to alert notification setup. Here we define the new alert and I click edit this one. So I choose alert type is the query. Okay, and the last field is query. I select the query 3.1, that the one to list out the list of product have a on hand list and minimum inventory, and the user alert is alert to store manager, and you have two options: application alert, so it show you the notification in the bottom of the application here, or you can send the alert by email. Okay, and the second tab you have a scheduler is I set up the alert will happen every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes is generate one alert. So it start from, so you see that I have an alert from here. Okay, so I can click the bottom line here to see the alert, or I can go to alert notification view. From here I can see all the alert here. Okay, so you will see that this product is, so the table in the alert is the same version that you run in the query builder. Okay, and the same scenario that the database size reached to 9 gigabyte. So because of if you are using SQL Server Express, so the maximum is 10 gig for SQL Server Express, so you need to alert before the database size reach to maybe 9 or to 8 gigs. You need to clean up your data. So the similar way, I will set up one alert. I click edit and I, I create the query, but in the query I choose 3.2, the database 9 gig, so is the reason of the query is 3.2, so I click this. So this one I call the same version get that db size, and I put the size greater than, you can define 9,000 here. 9,000, that means 9 gig. So in my cases, I have only few hundred megabytes. So I will get the same alert is alert set up in here in alert notification. Okay, the last one is the email campaign. In the iVend, you allowed to set up the schedule manager here. So from here, you can set up the system automatic sending the email to the customer or to the employee. Okay. So in here, I can define one email campaign. So in this campaign, I have a type is campaign. If you choose a type is report, the system will execute the report and send the PDF into the employee. Okay, the same if you choose the query, the system will execute the query and send the result of the query into to to the employee. But the last one is the campaign. In the campaign, the system will send the email to the customer that have in the query of the source table here. Okay, so I have a query builder that I saved is by gender, by male. So in this query, I list on the customer has gender email. So I want to send the email campaign only to the customer male. Okay, so in my query builder, I have a 4.1 by gender male. So in here, I just list out on the customer have the gender is male only. Okay. So in my campaign, the system will send the email with the template that I set up here, email template, and it's sent to the customer that in the query 4.1 here. Okay. So the mandatory column you must have in your query is the column email. Okay. So when you write the query, you must have the field email in your query. Okay. So I have another one is in the email campaign you can send to all the customer have the age is greater than 30. Okay. So you select the email column and the rest of the column is just for your information only from the customer table, and you put the condition is the year of birthday greater than 30. Okay, the same you can send the email campaign to all the customer have to the bronze level. So you filter by level is bronze. And the last one is build the query builder for the dashboard. Okay. Okay, we try to make the new dashboard as sell by hour comparison or sell by loyalty level comparison. Okay, this is the new dashboard. So from management console, if you go to the dashboard designer, you can click new dashboard here. Okay, you put the description and the code here, then you click design dashboard. Okay. Okay. Then you can select the dashboard, the chart or the pie chart or Gauss or grid or the pivot table. But the information, the data source is getting from on your query builder. So you need to build the new query that sell by hour comparison. Okay, so I go back to my query builder. I create a new query builder for sell by hour comparison. So it's the 5.1. I click edit. Okay, so in this query, I getting data from the function ipt sales transaction data. Okay, and then I get only the time and the total amount. Okay, so if I execute this query, it show me that this is the hour and the second column is by amount. Okay, I already built the dashboard that sell by hour comparison. It's 5.1, so I click edit here. I click design dashboard. Okay, so you select the query is 5.1. Yeah, the query already assigned into the dashboard and it showed you the column chart. Okay, so the similar thing you can make the new dashboard that sell by loyalty level. So you need to make the query first. So I go to query builder, it's 5.2, sell by loyalty, I click edit. So this is my query, how to get the sale by loyalty. So it just getting data from the function ipt sales transaction data, and I join with the loyalty card information, I join with the table loyalty level to get in the level name and the total amount. Okay. So the similar thing, you go to dashboard designer is 5.2 in my sample. So I click dashboard design. Okay. So you can see that is different level is shown in the chart here. So after you save the chart, it's automatic. The dashboard is available under the dashboard, and this sell by hours comparison, sell by launch level comparison. So you can click directly here to check your dashboard. This is sell by hour, and another one is sell by launch level. It's the pie chart. Okay. So basically the query builder you can use for different purpose. You can check the data, you can change the report, you can use in the alert, you can use to send the email campaign, you can use in the dashboard. Okay. So it's very helpful if you want to do some simple query, but you don't have an asset into the server or into the SQL management studio to write the query. So you can use the iVend query builder to write your script. Okay. If you have any question related to the query builder, you just give me a message or raise your hand. We can discuss. Maybe you don't have a question at the moment, but I leave my contact here, frank.chung@ctc.com, so you can email me if you have any question or any doubt regarding the webinar on our topic query builder. Or you can go to the forum, you can raise your question in the forum. I can follow up in the forum. There's a question from Nina. Thank you, Nina. Yep, you're welcome. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.